Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, traders. This is John House speaking. Today we're going to have a look at 4 low to mid cap stocks. A few people in my database want me to give my view and my general opinion about these stocks, so I'm going to go over these 4 low to mid cap stocks. The first one we're going to look at is CEU. CEU has been in a nice looking upward trend. If I bring up the weekly chart, and if I bring on some trend lines, you can see that we've had a nice looking trend line to the upside. So it did actually bounce off a support line here, and that's where the buyers try to take a bit of control through here. But overall, you can see the sellers have been just hammering it to the downside. Then we bring up a daily chart, and you can see we had a nice trend line coming through here, and a bit of a trend line coming through here as well. So you can see the market's been coming into a tight triangle pattern through here, and notice how the market is now at a significant area of resistance, and also we had a bit of resistance here as well, this trend line. So right now we're at a triangle pattern, and when this happens on the chart, I generally let the stock let me tell it where it's going to go. So if it starts to break above these 2 resistance lines, then I believe we've got some upside action to accomplish out of this stock. Let me just go back and have a look at the next one, which is ADY. ADY. This is another low to mid cap stock. You can see it's actually down at 15 cents. It's been as high as up here just above 65. So about 66, 67 cents it's been up to at that time. And if I just once again bring some trend lines up, you can see that these are trend lines that I've pre-put on here. You can see we've had a nice looking trend line coming down through here. And notice how the market just bounces off that trend line. So that's a pretty significant trend line coming through there. Notice that we also had notice the sellers are still in control of this. Okay, the sellers are still in control, but we are at a support level through here. You can see the consolidation through there. If I just open up the chart a little bit more, see a bit of consolidation through there, and a big breakup to the upside. And this might end up heading up to around the 25 cent mark. I'm not too quite sure on this one. But once again, if we get up to say about just above the 25 cent mark, we're probably going to get to this next resistance line. And if we do break above the next resistance line, there's a good chance we're going to get up to just below the say the 45 cent mark, so about the 43, 44 cent mark. So you can see that these support and resistance levels are about 10 cents apart. So if you look at the buy and hold this stock, make sure you have some good fundamental reasons to get into this stock, and make sure you do your own homework, and make sure you get in technically a good spot, and make sure you monitor positions, and make sure once again you are looking after your financial current situation. So once again, don't just get in this stock because I say it's at a support level. Make sure you do your own homework and make sure, okay, I like this stock technically, and I also like it fundamentally. If you're looking to long-term buy and hold this stock. Okay, so here go have a look at another stock, which is FKP. FKP is another stock, and this is actually a property group. And you know what the property's been doing in the US? We've actually been getting slammed in the US, and therefore having an impact on the Australian market as well. Therefore, you can see this property groups has just been coming down really a lot through there. So let me just bring up some trend lines through here, and let me just compress the chart up a bit more. And as you can see, there's not much really to really have a look at. You can see over here, this was the support level, and a bit of a support level over here as well. As I widen out, you can see bit of a support and then consolidation through there. So I would say that yes, we are at a support level right now. This trend line through here, that's a support level line. It did come down, bounce off this area of support and come back up. We might be heading up to the upside, but bear in mind we still have a big downward trend, and the sellers are still in control. So if you look at the buy and hold this stock, once again, make sure you do your own homework, get some good fundamental reasons behind this stock, and make sure technically that it's a nice looking setup before you actually enter into any of these stocks that I'm actually talking. So once again, we do have a look at a nice looking, a nice trend just coming straight to the downside. It's having a bit of breather now, and this might actually, because it's starting to pick up a bit, it might actually end up at $4.50. We're not sure at the moment because it hasn't really given any signs of where it really wants to go. The signs are still saying the sellers are in control. So once again, if you're looking to buy and hold this stock, and make sure there's good fundamental reasons behind it, because technically it's still saying the sellers are still in control at this current moment anyway. Okay, so let's go have a look at the last low to mid cap stock. That's PNA, and PNA has just been on a rocket to the upside. If once again just bring my trend lines up and I squeeze my trend line, my chart up, you can see that down the bottom here, this is where I start my trend line. Significant bounce here, significant bounce, and significant bounce. So that's a nice looking trend line coming up through there. And as the market just really started to pick onto the upside, you can see that also that the market had an area of significant area of support or resistance, such as resistance, had a bit of support there through as well, support, and then it took off to the upside. Now if I open up this daily chart a bit more, you can see that, look at this channel it was on. It was in for a while. Came down, bounced, resistance, support, resistance, bit of support through here, came down through here, but ultimately came back up to support, resistance, support, resistance through here for the very last time, came down, could not actually get back down here. That was the last low before it took off to the upside, and now we've just been really rising to the upside on this stock. So buying this stock right now, to me, technically seems it would be a very bad entry to actually get in right now, because you can see the market's already taken off really high here. So to buy and hold this stock, make sure fundamentally we're looking at it pretty well, and make sure technically we can at least get a pullback and maybe get in on the pullback there. I would say that if we can get a nice looking a possible pullback to say around the $1.10 mark, then that might be another nice entry if the fundamentals work out, and if your current homework says yes, okay, we can get into that one as well. So let me just quickly go over those markets again. So CEU was the first one. Once again, we have a nice looking trend line coming down through there, but we can see this nice looking triangle pattern coming through there. So if you look at the buy and hold this stock, wait for the market to tell you where it's going to do, and make sure you check the fundamentals out of that stock. ADY was the next one. ADY was the next one. You can see the overall market is to the downside. The sellers are still in control, but it has been holding a significant bounce there. So maybe wait for a higher low and see if technically, fundamentally, this stock is actually pretty good to get in on. The next one that we actually had a look at was FKP, and that's another one that once again we had a low, we had a high low here. That's actually showing that the buyers that they might be coming in, but if we have a look here, we've had a peak, lower peak, lower peak, and we could be forming another lower peak here. So overall, the sellers are still in control to the downside. If you look at the buy and hold this stock, once again, the overall theory or the overall method is do your current homework and check that it's a good fundamental stock for long-term buy and hold, and get some good coaching behind that as well. And the last one we had to look at, which was PNA. You can see that we had a nice looking resistance line through here, and now it's coming off to the upside, and then the support levels through here as well. And once again, it took off to the upside. Right now this has really gone off to the upside. Maybe wait down to between the 110 105 mark if you want to buy this. Maybe that might be a good opportunity to get in. If fundamentally, if you're looking to buy and hold something, that might be a nice little re-entry if you're looking to get into this stock, because now we're coming back down to the support levels, which was a significant resistance. This is John Howe. Please go to my forum and leave some feedback or leave some comments, and even leave some stuff that you want me to check out here on the video. So please take care, and I will see you next time.
Trade in the stock market is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee your profit from the information provided. The information in these videos is meant for educational purposes only. That being said, I've been trading the market profitably for many years. So please, do your own homework and make sure you look after your current financial situation.